So, what's this evening looking like for you? Still chained to your desk, Keith?
Yeah, Claire. Looks like I'll be catching the last train tonight. Got pulled into a crisis in another department.
Classic you. Well, in that case, I'll keep this short. Sandy brought her boyfriend over today. Actually, scratch that. He's her fiancé now.
Wait, what? He came over tonight?
We've been planning this dinner for quite a while, actually. We ordered delivery and made a whole evening of it. Just the three of us. Cozy, classy, no awkward fake father figure energy needed.
You couldn't have told me? I would have made time, rearranged work, whatever I needed to do to be there.
And what exactly would you have contributed? Awkward small talk? I thought we'd spare her fiancé the unnecessary tension. Besides, you're completely glossing over the most important detail here. You're not her father.
Claire, I've been raising that girl for 15 years. You brought her into my life when she was 6, and I've treated her like my own ever since.
Treated her like, sure, but let's not confuse fantasy with reality. Again, you're not her father.
You know that's not fair. She calls me Dad. She's always seen me as a parent.
Oh, honey, I would love to be as blissfully oblivious as you. She's polite. That's not the same as love. Plus, she's been meeting up with her real father.
She has?
What's with that reaction? Are you honestly surprised that she wouldn't want to meet up with her real dad? But yeah, they've been secretly meeting once a month or so. I happened to spot them together one afternoon.
Okay, well, even if that were true, I'm the one who's been here for her all this time, not him. I raised her. I've supported her emotionally and financially.
With an emphasis on the financially, let's not pretend like you were anything more than a wallet with shoes. You paid the bills, good job, but don't flatter yourself.
What are you saying, Claire? Is that all our marriage has ever meant to you? You only married me for my money?
That's not how I'd put it.
Okay, then how would you put it?
I'd say you were a slave with deep pockets.
Holy... That's even worse!
Back when I broke up with my ex, I needed stability. You offered secure finances and zero emotional complications. You were perfect for a woman trying to raise a daughter and avoid drama. You were useful. That's all it ever was. Honestly, it's almost sweet how long it took you to realize it. Like, why else would any woman marry a guy like... you?
For God's sake, Claire!
Anyway, things are shifting. My ex, Kent, turns out he's doing very well for himself these days. I heard from a friend that he started his own company 5 years ago, and now he is raking it in. So it's really good timing that he and Sandy have reconnected. In fact, Sandy says she wants to invite him to her wedding.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, you did?
Sandy asked me about it a while back, so yeah.
Well, then that makes things easier. Once the wedding's over, I want a divorce. And no, this is not up for discussion.
Are you serious right now? What's the matter with you? Isn't this all a bit too sudden?
Why should I keep you around any longer? Your usefulness is expired. And now that Sandy's future is secured and Kent's back in the picture, I don't need to keep playing house with you.
Claire, this isn't just some game.
Oh, come on, don't make this dramatic. You've had a good run. 15 years as a glorified ATM. That's more than most men get.
You can't just throw all of this away like it meant nothing.
I'm not throwing anything away. I am moving on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm running a hot bath and turning in for the night. I suggest you get used to sleeping alone.
Claire! Don't you dare walk away from this conversation! Claire! You go first. What's on your mind?
About yesterday. I brought my fiancé over just like I said I would, but you didn't come. I don't get it. What's up with you?
Well, it's actually not really a me issue.
What? But I don't get it. I told Mom days ago that my fiancé was coming over. I asked if you'd be free, and she said you might be working late today, so yesterday would be better.
She did she?
Well, yeah. She said it would be a nice surprise for you. But from the way you're talking to me, oh my God, don't tell me. She didn't tell you anything, did she?
Not a word! She only brought it up after the fact, but she did tell me you and your fiancé had a nice little dinner at the house.
I can't believe this. She lied to me. She made it sound like everything was going to work out just fine. I'm sorry, Dad. For a while, I really thought you just didn't want to be there.
Of course I wanted to be there. You think I'd miss that on purpose?
No, of course not. It just didn't make sense at the time. I thought maybe something had come up at work.
Nope, I was working late, sure, but if I'd known your fiancé was coming, I would have found a way to be there. Unfortunately, as you can see, I never got the chance.
I knew I should have contacted you directly. I feel stupid for assuming she'd handle it like an adult.
Don't blame yourself. You trusted her to follow through on something important. I would have done the same thing if I were in your position.
He really wanted to meet you, you know. He asked about you afterward. I told him it was probably just a scheduling issue.
Well, let's make sure he knows the truth, and let's set up another day without your mother's involvement. We'll do a proper introduction, no surprises this time.
Yes, please. And just so you know, he already knows, everything. About Mom, about my biological dad. He's not weird about it or anything. Actually, he's been really supportive.
Sounds like you found a keeper there, Sandy.
I think so too. That's why I said yes.
Well, I hate to bring this up now that we had a chance to end our conversation on a high note, but it's my turn to speak now. There's something else we need to talk about, something important. I've been meaning to talk to you about your mom, but it's not something I want to explain in texts.
Okay, what kind of stuff are we talking about?
The kind of stuff Kent should be there to hear too. This involves all of us, and both of you deserve to hear it face to face.
All right, next Saturday, lunch?
That works. I'll check with him and confirm.
Thanks, Dad. Really.
Anytime, kiddo.
Daddy's big day is finally here. Honestly, I feel like I can finally breathe again. Now we can finally put all that planning and stress behind us. And with our divorce finalized, this is the perfect time to, reevaluate my future. Kent and I have a lot of history, and now that I'm single again, I'd say there's a decent chance we could pick things up where we left off.
You'll be happy to know you won't need to wait. I already submitted the divorce papers.
Oh, really?
You said you wanted to file after the wedding, right? But my schedule's packed next week, so I went ahead and finalized everything early.
Wow. Okay, fine. Whatever works for you, I guess. Where are you, anyway? You've been off the radar since, what, 2 days ago?
Hawaii.
Hawaii? What on earth are you doing in Hawaii?
I don't think I need to answer that question. Since we're divorced, I no longer need to run my personal life past you.
Oh, come on, don't be smug. It's just, you're the last person I expected to hop on a plane to an island paradise like Hawaii. You barely take weekend trips.
Maybe I got tired of being predictable.
So what, you just vanished? You didn't even tell me anything about what you were going to do after the divorce. You made all these plans behind my back?
Yeah, that was the point.
Well, honestly, I'm pretty fine with that. At least we're not dragging this out. I was half expecting you to get clingy about the house or the paperwork.
We both know neither of us wants a long, drawn-out mess.
Exactly. So, since we're officially done now, I suppose I should do this properly. Thank you for being my obedient little ATM for all these years. You paid the bills, played the part, and now you're free. This must be liberating for you, right?
You're welcome, Claire.
And just so we're crystal clear, Sandy's real dad will be walking her down the aisle today, not you. So you can relax and stay in your hotel room. You're not needed here.
Actually, there's a funny story about that. I'm not here to relax. I'm in Hawaii because I'm attending my daughter's wedding.
I'm sorry, what?
Sandy's wedding is happening right now at a resort hotel here in Hawaii.
What? You're telling me the wedding is in Hawaii? But I'm not in Hawaii, and no one ever told me to go to Hawaii.
That's correct, and there's a very simple reason for that. Sandy didn't want you there. She made the decision herself.
She what? But I'm her mother. I raised her. I'm the one who took her to every appointment, every sports event, every recital.
And yet, when it came time to choose who would be by her side today, she chose me and Kent, and she chose not to invite you.
You are lying. There is no way she'd cut me out.
Believe what you want, but in a few hours, I'll be watching her walk down the aisle with the people she feels safe with, the people who showed up for her.
I can't believe this. She didn't even tell me. She didn't even give me the chance.
She gave you 15 years. You used them to lie, manipulate, and belittle the people who cared about her. Eventually, she got tired of pretending you were someone she needed.
This isn't fair.
Considering everything.
Keith, you have got to be back by now, aren't you? Don't ignore me. You owe me an explanation right now. I want to know exactly what the hell happened. All of it.
Fair enough. Since we're divorced now, I guess it's finally time I told you everything I've been holding back on.
What is that supposed to mean? What have you been holding back on? You've been keeping secrets from me?
You are in no position to chastise me for keeping secrets, but we'll come back to that later. The truth is, I was the one who helped Sandy reconnect with Kent.
What?
We'd been working together through our respective companies for 2 years. At first, neither of us realized who the other was, but once I put it together, I told Sandy. She said she wanted to meet him, so I gave her his contact information. The rest was her decision.
You didn't tell me any of this. You went behind my back with my daughter?
Don't talk to me like I handed your infant child a lollipop to lure her into a van. Sandy's an adult now. She can make her own decisions about her present, future, and past. And frankly, I didn't trust you to handle the issue responsibly.
You what? You can't talk to me like that, you self-righteous piece of...
Before you go impugning my character, don't you have anything you'd like to tell me, Claire?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Please, you've been cheating on me for 2 years. You didn't even try to hide it. I noticed. Everyone noticed.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I do, though. I hired a private investigator. I know everything. The only reason I stayed silent while you treated me like trash, spending all my money and cheating on me, was because I knew that time was on my side. Once I got enough evidence, I could get rid of you once and for all and be no worse off thanks to your infidelity.
No, this can't be happening. Why didn't you tell me you knew? We could have...
You could have what? Kept on stringing me along, thinking you had changed, only for you to inevitably leave me anyway? Like I said, you don't have a leg to stand on accusing me of dirty tactics against you. Now you'll be hearing from my lawyer pretty soon about the terms of our divorce. You won't get anything better than what I'm offering you, so I do hope you be a good little girl and sign the papers he gives you.
You can't do this to me.
Can't I? Because I'm kinda doing it right now. One more thing, I have a message for you from Kent. We broke up because you cheated on me. What made you think you'd have a chance at getting back together with me? If you really thought you had a chance, go see a shrink pronto. He's remarried now and has kids with his new wife, by the way. He wants nothing to do with you.
You are lying. He wouldn't say that. He wants me back. You'll see.
Keep telling yourself that if it helps, but reality's already moving on without you. This is goodbye. Forever. Didn't give up even after that. The first thing she did was call Sandy, probably hoping for sympathy or a second chance, but her fiancé answered instead. He kept his voice calm but made it clear Claire wasn't welcome in their lives and she should never contact them again. Having alienated both of her ex-husbands and her own daughter, plus her parents being long dead, Claire had no one left. A former coworker told me they saw her recently working behind the register at a convenience store. Said she looked worn down and exhausted, constantly getting barked at by teenage part-timers. She spent 15 years doing whatever she wanted, calling the shots while I paid the bills. Now she's just a faded memory. A woman with no place to go, no one to lean on, and nothing left to manipulate.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Kathy, hey, it's been way too long. Can you believe it? I was just thinking about you and had to message you immediately.
Oh, hi there, Kylie. Yeah, I guess it's been, something like about 6 months since the kids finished preschool, right?
Exactly, and now that they go to different elementary schools, poof! No more mom meetups, no playground gossip, no spontaneous bakery runs. Ugh, I miss that.
Right. Yeah, me too. Totally.
We had something special, didn't we? You, me, and coffee and paper cups, sharing all the latest gossip.
It was nice while it lasted. Things have just gotten so busy lately, you know? Life, right? It just kind of keeps coming at you.
I know, right? But anyway, speaking of busy, so a little birdie told me that your family's going on a trip next month during the holiday, right?
Well, yeah, we are, but if you don't mind me asking, how do you know about that?
Right? Oh, come on, you always talked about it at drop-off. Your husband's company is a bit of downtime this time of year, so you always use the opportunity to go on a bit of an extended family vacation. Classic Kathy, your annual getaway. It's so very Americana, like something out of a Norman Rockwell painting. So I figured there's no way you'd break that tradition, so that must mean you're going this year too.
Well, that is our typical routine, so.
Amazing. So here's the fun part. This year, I'm coming too.
I'm sorry, you're coming with us?
You heard me. I'm tagging along. It'll be perfect. Just you, your husband, your kids, and me bringing the fun aunt energy. I've already started a Pinterest board for matching travel outfits. Don't worry, I'll coordinate all the colors.
Kylie, I don't know what to say other than it's a family trip.
Exactly, and I'm practically family, right? I mean, who was there when your kid shoved Play-Doh in his ear? Me. That's trauma bonding. That sort of connection lasts forever. Besides, I'll get my own room, of course. I wouldn't want to impose myself on you and your family time. I just want to be part of the vibe, you know?
If you really wanted to avoid imposing yourself on our family time, I'm confused as to why you're inviting yourself along in the first place. But in any case, I hate to say it, but we actually haven't made any plans for a trip this year. Some things came up, the trip's on hold for now.
Oh, wow. So it's more of a spontaneous, we'll see how this goes kind of trip this time. I love that. So freeing, so organic. Anyway, just let me know the hotel name when you book it.
No, Kylie, I don't think you're hearing me. We haven't booked anything, and we don't have any plans to. We might not even go. It's actually more likely that we don't go this year.
Totally get it. No pressure. I'm chill. I can adapt. As long as the hotel's decent and not like some roadside thing with weird stains on the carpet, I'm good. Oh, and make sure they have coffee in the lobby. You know I need my morning fix.
Kylie, I'm not sure how I can be any clearer than I am right now. This year, we're not going anywhere. The whole trip is not happening. It's on pause. Nothing is booked.
Kathy, you don't need to sugarcoat it. I get it. You want to keep it low-key, but you should have known I'd find out. Come on, we're basically travel soulmates.
We haven't even traveled together once.
That's what makes the surprise even more exciting. I can't wait to see what an incredible hotel we'll be staying in.
I promise you, there is no secret plan, no trip, no destination, no hidden meaning. We're genuinely staying home this year.
Aw, you're so funny. You always did have a dry sense of humor. Okay, well, I'll keep my weekend open just in case you change your mind. You know how fast these things come together. Talk to you again soon. Can't wait for our little adventure.
Kylie.
Bye.
long enough. I've been sitting here with half a melted iced latte and a deeply confused boyfriend. So, what's the deal? Where are you hiding?
Kylie, I'm at home. Just like I said earlier, our family trip was canceled.
Wait, what?
My father-in-law was hospitalized last week. He lives nearby, and my husband and I have been taking turns visiting him. It's been a rough couple days. The only thing we're doing this weekend is a short day trip to a local aquarium with the kids. That's it.
Really? Are you still really going to pretend like nothing's going on? Don't bother trying to lie to me. I already saw everything I needed to.
I'm sorry, what did you see?
I saw you at the mall food court last week. You were hunched over your phone with some guy laughing and whispering. You said something about a weekend away. You called him you. So don't try to act innocent now. I know that's not your husband's name.
Oh, okay. Now I see what's going on here. That actually wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. That must have been my twin sister.
You have a twin? Since when?
Well, since the day the both of us were born. She's identical, so I get why you were confused. She's dating someone named you, and he's her boyfriend. I mentioned our family's usual vacation to her in passing, and she got all excited. I'm guessing she made her own travel plans with him based on that, but I'm fairly sure they picked a different destination entirely.
So it wasn't you. Well, that clears things up, I guess. Still, you could have warned me you had a clone walking around causing trouble.
I didn't think it was relevant at the time.
Well, it was. I saw her and assumed you were sneaking off on some steamy secret getaway, so I naturally decided to do the same. Honestly, it's not my fault I had the wrong idea, it's yours.
What?
The entire reason I'm in this situation is because you failed to disclose your twin status. You didn't clarify which Kathy I was seeing at the food court.
Only one of us is named Kathy, though.
Your names aren't important. What's important is now I'm stranded at a hotel with a very confused man and no reservation. Do you have any idea how traumatic this is for me?
Kylie, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, but trauma? Really?
Yes, trauma, and here's how we'll settle it. You cover my hotel room. 2 nights, nothing extravagant, just basic comfort and emotional recovery. That's gonna cost, what, $600? Then we'll call it even, and I won't sue you for emotional pain and suffering. That's totally fair.
You want me to pay your hotel bill because I exist as a twin?
Exactly. I mean, really, it's the least you could do.
Fine. I reserved your room earlier while we were talking. Go ahead and let me know what your room number is when they give it to you.
Thank you so much. I knew you were a real friend. I'm going to pretend none of this awkwardness even happened. Now I'm off to unpack. Vacation time starts now. I don't know if it was anything I said that finally broke through, but Kylie finally realized there was no escape route left and gave up fighting the inevitable. Her husband wasn't the only one who showed up either. Her parents arrived soon after. What followed was a full-on emotional explosion in the hotel lobby. Shouting, tears, disownment. They cut her off right then and there. After that, everything unraveled fast. She got slapped with divorce papers, lost custody of the kids, and was ordered to pay child support to her husband. Now she's working insane hours just to keep up with all the payments. No friends, no freedom, no future, just debts and obligation.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Excuse me, Molly, would you mind terribly explaining to me what this is I just found in the fridge? This fancy-looking pack of steaks I see right here in the middle of the top shelf? This is premium-grade beef, Molly. I can tell by the wrapper. It must have cost a small fortune. Gloria? I'm going to go ahead and ignore that question because I have a much better one. Why are you going through our fridge? What, did you think I was going to let you get away with this sort of thing? I stopped by to check in and decided to take a little look around. And how did you get inside? How do you think I used the spare key I held on to?
What? But I could have sworn I took your spare key back weeks ago.
It's my job as your mother-in-law to stop by and make sure you're properly taking care of the house. Honestly, if I didn't, who knows what kind of filth you'd be living in. You have a habit of slacking off, Molly, and I have to straighten out that nasty nature of yours.
Don't ignore me, Gloria. I explicitly told you when I took your key away that I wanted you to stop doing exactly what you're doing now. You can't just let yourself into our house uninvited. Now, you owe me another explanation. Why do you still even have the key?
Because Sawyer, my loving son, gave it back to me. He understands that a mother's presence in a home is important, especially when her daughter-in-law can't even be trusted to handle basic homemaking. He is a thoughtful boy, so different from certain other people I could name.
Right, Sawyer. I should have known that he would have given it back to you when I wasn't looking. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have this conversation again. Gloria, I get it. I really do. Having a spare key for emergencies is convenient. However, I have made my feelings on this subject crystal clear. You can't just drop by whenever you feel like it. Going through our refrigerator, touching our laundry, rearranging our shelves, that sort of stuff is not helpful. It's invasive. We have our own way of doing things, our own lifestyle, our own home. I can't have you constantly coming into my house when we're not around. You need to ask. This is a simple issue of boundaries, and I am definitely not being unreasonable here.
Boundaries? Oh, don't make me laugh. This is my son's house. Why on earth should I need permission to walk into a home I helped him build? I can't imagine why you wouldn't want your own mother-in-law coming around your house when you aren't home. Unless, of course, you're hiding something from my son. Is that what this is? Are you afraid I'll discover your dirty, salacious little secrets?
No, of course not. That's not at all what I'm talking about.
Then if you have nothing to hide, quit acting like you do. Simple as that. I'm just doing my duty as a concerned mother and grandmother. My poor Sawyer is stuck with a woman who can't even keep a house properly. So yes, I check, I inspect, I guide. And I am kind enough to point out your many shortcomings so you can improve yourself. There's no other way that you'll ever become a decent wife to my son or a decent mother to my grandchild. The least you could do is thank me.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Gloria.
Not a single shred of sincerity, just like always. Thank yous and sorries mean nothing if you keep messing every last thing up. Now back to the matter at hand. Tell me about this pack of steaks I found in the fridge. Where did it come from?
My cousin sent it to me. She ordered half a cow and said the steaks were absolutely fantastic, so she gave me a couple.
Uh-huh, but that's not what I'm asking about. Why are there 3 of them, Do you have an explanation for that little detail?
Why do you think? It's because there are 3 people in our family. Me, Sawyer, and Jordan.
Oh, I see. So you were planning to eat the same quality of food as your husband and son? Let me remind you of something I've told you again and again. A good wife always serves the finest portions to her husband and children. Then she can make do with whatever's left over when they're finished. Scraps, bones, whatever's cold and uneaten. And not only that, she should do it with a smile. That's how a real wife behaves. You should be grateful to even cook such food, let alone dream of eating it. Honestly, your entitlement is nauseating. As a punishment, I'll be taking one of these home with me. Consider it a penalty.
Wait, what?
Why? That doesn't make any sense. So just because I'm a wife and a mother, I don't deserve to eat something nice every now and then? You were a wife too, weren't you? Oh, don't you dare start with me. Yes, I was a wife, a real one, unlike you. My husband has passed and my son is a grown man now, so my circumstances are different. Back in my day, my mother-in-law wouldn't even let me look at anything but bologna sandwiches. It was hard for me to watch my husband and son eating all the wonderful things she would cook for them, but I endured it because that's what a proper wife does. Are you getting me, Molly? A woman of virtue suffers with dignity.
Except that's not what happened. When you were pregnant with Sawyer, you ignored your doctor's advice and ate whatever you wanted. You gained a dangerous amount of weight, but every time your doctor told you to cut back on your meals, you called them a quack and went to a new doctor. That's why your mother-in-law put you on a restricted diet. And after giving birth, your husband told me you made a hobby of ordering fancy foods for yourself in secret and never shared with either of them. He even said you once had a monthly subscription to mail-order desserts.
That's irrelevant. We're not talking about me. The point is that a woman like you doesn't deserve to be sitting around eating gourmet meals. Just the thought of it is absurd. Go eat some day-old white bread and be thankful for it.
Tell you what, how about I just restrict my diet to the grass clippings from mowing the yard? Would that make you happy?
Well, that's a good start. Now, because I'm in a generous mood, I'll let it go this once. But only this once. From now on, don't you dare think about slacking off. Just answer the question. What happened here? Oh, for heaven's sake, Molly, must you always start with the accusations? You're like a broken record. Seems like inventing conspiracy theories against me is a hobby for you.
I told you, no games. Sawyer was at work today and Jordan and I were out of the house. I know that you came by the house today. You know what that means, right? It means there's only one person in the world who could be responsible for this mess, and that's you. So start talking.
Heavens to Betsy, you're acting awfully self-righteous for the woman who's actually at fault here.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, I can take that as a full-throated confession then.
Excuse me, but this is an opportunity for you to do some introspection for once. You should be thinking about what you did wrong to make me want to do what I did. I walked in and saw a whole spread laid out like some holiday banquet. Pizza, salads, pastries, wine glasses, and an entire cake decorated like it was ready for a wedding. And all of it set up without so much as a word to me. No message, no invitation. It's completely obvious what was going on here. You were really planning to sit here and gorge yourself on expensive food while my son was working himself to the bone. Shame on you, Molly. Absolutely shameless.
You threw everything out?
I most certainly did. That's the only appropriate course of action to deal with such a disgusting display of selfishness. I tossed every last dish in the trash. And the cake, well, I wasn't about to let it go entirely to waste. I had a slice or two. It was decent, not fantastic at any rate, but you deserved none of it. Let this be a wake-up call. Don't think you can sneak around and treat yourself behind my son's back again.
Gloria, let me ask you something else. Do you even know what today is?
Watch your tone, young lady. I will not be spoken to like a misbehaving child. Show some basic respect, will you?
Just answer the question. Do you even know what day it is today?
Why should I? It's Sunday and the day I finally had time to stop by and do a proper inspection. That's all that matters.
It's Jordan's birthday today.
What?
Well, Jordan's actual birthday is in 3 days, but it falls on a weekday. So today was the only day we could gather his friends and host a party. It was going to be his first birthday party with friends. He helped me decorate everything, he picked out the cake, he even wrote Happy Birthday Jordan on it in icing. Are you telling me you didn't catch that while you were gorging on it by yourself?
No. His birthday wasn't today, was it? I thought it was next weekend, no one told me there was going to be a party today.
Yeah, and do you want to take a wild guess at what that is? It's because we didn't want you here. We were afraid you'd do exactly this.
And while I was out with Jordan picking up his friends, you trashed all the food and ate the birthday cake. You even took back the key I confiscated from you last week when I told you, again, that you were never to do this again. Jordan's sitting in his room crying his eyes out, Gloria. What the hell were you thinking, you senile old bat? How was I supposed to know? You didn't tell me about any of this. And that cake didn't even look like a birthday cake. It could have been for anything. I will not sit here and allow you to blame me for your lack of communication. Don't you dare spin this on me, you devious, dementia-addled dunce. We didn't communicate this to you because every time you get involved, you bulldoze everything in your path. You have ruined anniversaries, dinners, weekends, and now you've ruined possibly the worst thing of all, your own grandson's birthday party. Oh, come on, stop acting like some helpless victim. You're always making one excuse after another. Maybe if you actually behaved like a proper wife, clean, respectful, and grateful, then I wouldn't have to constantly monitor you like this. You brought this all on yourself. That's it. That does it. I can't take this anymore. You didn't just ruin your grandson's birthday. You're blaming me for it? I am done with you, Gloria. You can go straight to hell with all your sanctimonious, patronizing lectures. I am not going to sit here and pretend this is normal. Nothing about this is okay. And it's so not okay that I have to do something shocking enough to finally slap some sense into you. So guess what, Gloria? I am leaving. I am taking my son and walking out of this house. What the hell are you talking about? You can't just abandon your marriage. You're my daughter-in-law. You married into this family. You belong to us now. Think I'm bluffing? Watch me. You think you can keep barging in, wrecking our home, and stealing our food, crossing boundaries? And that Sawyer can just keep handing you our key like that's nothing? To hell with that. I have had enough. I am taking Jordan and going to stay at my parents' place. And as soon as I get settled in, I am filing for divorce. What? You can't divorce my son, and you can't go see your parents either. You were supposed to have cut ties with your side of the family when you married him. You are ours now. We made you one of us. You don't get to own people, Gloria. This isn't some medieval empire where the mother-in-law is queen. I don't have to do anything you say to me, you crotchety old geezer. How can you be speaking to your mother-in-law like this? Oh, you think this is bad? Imagine how bad all the things I want to say to you are. I have held back for years because of Sawyer, because of Jordan, because I didn't want to make a scene. But now, it's time to be honest. I have hated you since the very beginning. From the moment we met, you looked down on me, you sneered at me, you criticized everything from how I folded laundry to how I spoke. You have stolen food out of my fridge. You insulted me in my own home. You have humiliated me in front of my husband and son. Still, I kept trying. I bit my tongue, swallowed my pride, because I wanted Jordan to have a peaceful home. But this, ruining the most important day of his year, that is unforgivable. And the worst part, you didn't even feel bad about it. You thought it was funny. You actually believed you were teaching me a lesson. All right, calm down, will you? Maybe I overreacted, but divorce, isn't that a bit extreme? No, I definitely do not. Really? You're willing to ruin your family over a piece of cake? You think this is about cake? No, I get it now. I do. I'm sorry. You're sorry? You ruined the party that Jordan had been looking forward to for the last several months and constantly telling his friends about. And all you have to say for yourself is, I'm sorry? What are you, 5? Anyway, I am leaving today. Jordan and I are going back to my parents, like I said, and there is not a thing you can do to stop me. We'll stay there until the divorce is finalized. Wait, Molly, please, don't do this. I said I'm sorry. And I said that sorry isn't enough. This isn't something an apology can patch over. Oh, please, there must be something I can do to make you change your mind. It would take literally earth-shattering reforms in order to get me to change my mind. For starters, at the very least, if Sawyer doesn't personally go and rip the spare key to our house out of your old crusty, wrinkled hands, I am gone. Then let's say he does that, and we manage to reconcile our differences and avoid a divorce. If you so much as set one of your disgusting, crooked, gout-laden toes on our property, I am gone. Instantly. No discussion. I am out the door forever. Oh, and one other thing. This glorious little mess that you've made, you and Sawyer are going to clean it up. There are 2 hours left until the party starts. You two will have this place spotless and have all new party favors and food set out no later than an hour and a half from now. An hour and a half? But Molly, you're being unreasonable. We can't possibly clean all this up in that little time. Even if we did, there's no way we'd be able to do that and cook a new dinner for you. I'm sorry, did I ask for your opinion? If you want to give your opinions, go to the next city council meeting and complain about all the youngins skateboarding on the sidewalk. Well, what about Sawyer? Don't you care what he thinks? That pathetic weakling, he can't even protect his wife and son from his demon-spawned mother. His opinion doesn't matter either. The clock is ticking, Gloria. Unless you want your son drowning in alimony and child support payments as a single divorced 40-something, then call him the deadline. After everything, I did what I had to do. I calmed Jordan down, wiped his tears, and did my best to salvage the day. I apologized to the guests, to the other moms, and we quickly relocated the party to a nearby restaurant with private rooms. The staff was kind, the kids were forgiving, and little by little, Jordan began to smile again. Watching him laugh with his friends, even after everything, gave me the strength I needed. That evening, I packed our things and took Jordan to my parents' house. Sawyer messaged over and over like, "Mom didn't mean it. Let me buy a new cake. Can't you just be the adult and say sorry?" Every word made me angrier. He still didn't understand. Not the key, not the invasion, not the betrayal. He thought this was just about a cake. But it wasn't. It was years of silence, of disrespect, of putting his mother above his own wife and child. So now I'm done. I've started the divorce process. It's overwhelming and exhausting, but I'm committed. I will build a peaceful, stable life, not just for me, for Jordan too, because he deserves better, and so do I.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Carol, it's time.
Time for you to stop making cryptic texts? What is it, Adam?
It's time for you to divorce me. It's over, Carol.
I'm sorry, what? Did I just read that correctly? Are you actually telling me to divorce you? Casually? Over text?
Don't act so shocked. You had to know something was going on. I've been working late for weeks now. Well, here's the truth. I proposed today and she said yes. So now that I've upgraded, you're no longer needed. I want a divorce so I can marry the woman I actually love.
Hold on, what are you even saying? You've had a girlfriend, you proposed to her, and I'm just now hearing about it? What in the world is going on? Are you seriously telling me you've been cheating on me?
Cheating? No, not cheating. I've just been spending time with someone who actually deserves me. Her name is Lena. She's sweet, honest, beautiful, and nothing like you. She's 20 years old, still in college, full of life. She actually smiles when she talks to me.
She's 20? You are 44. That's nearly half your age. She's practically the same age as our son. This isn't just inappropriate, it's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. What would our son say if he knew you were sleeping around on me with a woman who he might have gone to school with?
Oh, come on. Age is just a number. Love is love, Carol. You sound jealous. And frankly, I'm amazed you didn't catch on earlier. She's been over to the house multiple times. We weren't even subtle about it.
Wait a second. You brought her into our home?
Yep, she's been here. You probably vacuumed the guest room after we were done with it. Maybe even washed her clothes with mine. Honestly, it's kind of funny how oblivious you were.
You absolute piece of garbage. You actually made me wash her dirty laundry? I was out here doing the laundry, cooking meals, and scrubbing the bathroom while you were upstairs treating our house like a sleazy motel. God, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Look, don't blame me for your blindness. This is exactly why older women like you get replaced. You're bitter, you're tired, you don't have it anymore. Lena, on the other hand, she's vibrant. She makes me feel like a man again.
You're not a man, Adam. You're a midlife crisis in human form. You're embarrassing.
Call me whatever you want, Carol, but it's not gonna change the reality here. I'm marrying Lena, and I need you gone. I'm not supporting some washed-up housewife who thinks putting on lipstick before dinner counts as romance. Women over 40 are finished. You should be grateful I put up with you this long.
Oh, you want to talk about women over 40, huh? Well, if I'm over the hill, what's that make you?
Oh, please, men and women aren't the same thing. Men ripen like a fine wine. Women, on the other hand, ripen like bananas.
I'd say your banana hasn't been ripe in quite some time, but I digress. You know what? Fine. I'll divorce you. I want absolutely no part in whatever nightmare you're walking into. I don't even want to breathe the same air as the bed you defiled with your barely legal girlfriend. But let me make one thing clear. You are 100% at fault here. You broke your vows. So yes, I will be demanding alimony. A lot of alimony, and I expect it paid in full up front.
Sure, fine, whatever. Consider it a little charity on my part. I feel sorry for you. You have to spend the rest of your very short life dumped, old, and alone. Take your hush money and go knit in peace.
Don't pretend you're being generous. You're just desperate to clear the way for this fantasy life you think you're building with a college student who still calls her mom when she's sick.
Talk. I'm tired of going around in circles with you about this. I'm moving on. I've got a future now. A young, beautiful fiancé, wedding plans, honeymoon ideas. You've got cat hair and empty wine bottles.
Good luck with that. You're a 40-something narcissist with back problems and a used car. You're not starting a new life, you're starring in a public meltdown.
Call it what you want. I'm done here. The papers are coming soon. Try not to cry on them.
Oh, I'll sign them with a smile. And when your shiny little college romance crumbles under the weight of your stupidity, I'll be toasting to my freedom.
That's rich. Still clinging to dignity, huh?
No, Adam.
Hey, Carol, it's been a while, huh? How are you holding up these days? Let me guess, you're sitting alone in a tiny apartment, microwaving leftovers, surrounded by piles of laundry and bills. It must be rough for you right now. You're over 40, single, and completely invisible to society. I can't imagine there's a line of suitors forming outside your door, either. And with your limited paycheck, you're probably just scraping by. It must be a very humbling experience.
Wow. Is this seriously how you start a conversation now? You just pop in after ghosting me for months with some pathetic attempt at schadenfreude? You sound like you're describing some sad movie character you made up in your head. Why are you sending me those weird little fantasy monologues about my misery? Do you actually think I'm sitting here hoping to hear from you?
Hey, I'm just being friendly and trying to check in. You don't have to be so hostile. I figured you'd appreciate a little human connection, but I guess bitterness doesn't age well, huh?
You're not checking in, you're gloating, and it's pathetic. And it's very similar to the last time we talked. I remember you gloating then about marrying your college girl sweetheart. Shouldn't you be off having candlelit dinners and posting inspirational quotes about age gap love on social media? Why are you even texting your ex-wife?
Yeah, about that. Turns out Lena isn't exactly the dream I signed up for. Things have shifted. She's kinda awful, to be honest.
Oh, really? You don't say.
She says she's too swamped with school to do anything at home. She won't cook, won't clean, won't do laundry. She says the apartment is too big, like that's somehow my fault. Everything's too much or not enough.
I see. Please go on.
Last week she told me my clothes smell like cigarettes and she refuses to wash them because her stuff will stink. Now she just piles my laundry in a basket and walks past it like it's invisible. So guess what I'm doing now?
Oh, please, Adam, the anticipation is killing me. Don't make me guess.
Instead of home-cooked meals, I'm eating microwaved pasta from the gas station every night, wiping down counters with paper towels, washing my own underwear in the sink like some kind of intern. I get home from work and I'm still working, except now it's vacuuming and trash duty.
Wow, that is all just so terrible. Absolutely terrible. What about money? Are you having money problems?
She's blowing through money like I'm made of it. Subscriptions, cosmetics, Uber Eats for herself but not me. I checked my bank app this morning. I've got $53. That's it! $53 to my name! The last time I had that little money was when we were first married and broke. Except now I don't even have a supportive partner. I've got a roommate who calls me brah and leaves passive-aggressive sticky notes on the fridge.
Wow, I'd say I'm surprised, but I'm really not. This was inevitable, Adam. You made your bed, and now you're apparently using it as a laundry drying rack.
Are you seriously just gonna laugh this off? I'm telling you, Carol, she changed. After the wedding, she became a totally different person. She used to smile at me like I was the center of her world. Now she barely even looks up from her phone. I don't know who I married.
You don't know who you married because you never bothered to find out. You fell in love with a filtered version of her, the fun parts, the cute texts and bedroom selfies. But who was keeping the house running? So you could pretend you were put together. I was. Lena saw a version of you that I created through years of maintenance and effort. She never had to see the back end of your life, until now. Now she has to clean up after the man-child she thought was a grown-up, and she's not impressed. And by the way, when you live with someone twice your age, it stops being exciting real quick. It becomes exhausting. The wrinkles, the complaining, the control issues, all of it's harder to ignore when you're seeing it up close every day.
You don't have to enjoy this so much. I'm telling you this because I'm hurting. And now to make matters worse, my company found out about the affair.
Oh, goodness, please tell me what the fallout from that was.
I got demoted and my pay was cut by 25%. Lena's been even colder to me ever since, too. She started spending more nights at study groups, and I know what that means. Half the time she doesn't even come home anymore. And without your salary in the household, everything's tighter than ever. We can barely keep up with rent and utilities. The fridge is empty most of the time, and I don't even have enough to order a pizza. I honestly don't understand how the company found out. It's not like I broadcast it. So how the hell did it get out?
I guess you forgot, huh?
Forgot what?
The CEO of your parent company is my cousin on my mom's side. I've had a direct line to the top of that company since before you even got hired.
Wait, what? What kind of connection even is that?
The kind that gets things done. My mom was furious about how you treated me, and she vented to her sister. And her sister, being the person she is, probably passed it along to her son, who, just to refresh your memory, is the CEO. It doesn't take long for word to travel, Adam. Especially when it's about a scandal. And for the record, my cousin has always liked me. He used to joke that I was too smart for you, and I guess I can say now that he was right.
So this was your doing! You're the one who did this to me!
I didn't ruin you. You tanked yourself. Don't pretend this is some master revenge plot. You blew up your own life by having an affair with a college girl you barely knew. I didn't plant the explosives. I just stopped holding the wires together.
But still, I mean, come on! You could have stopped it! You could have said something to them!
Why would I? You cheated on me. You embarrassed yourself. You lost a job I helped you get. What exactly do you think I owe you?
Carol, please, can you at least talk to your cousin? Help me get the demotion reversed? I'm barely getting by out here.
What do you want me to do about it? It's not my company. I don't work there. Even if I called him, which I won't, it wouldn't make a difference. They're not going to reinstate someone they just busted for ethics violations. That's not how the corporate world works.
Then help me some other way. Move back in with me. The place is filthy. There's laundry everywhere. My dress shirts are wrinkled beyond saving. I don't even own a working iron. I miss how you used to make the house feel livable. Can't you just come back, clean up a bit, maybe cook a few meals?
Absolutely not. Why on earth would I come back just to take care of my ex-husband? If you're that desperate, pay for a cleaning service.
I don't have the money for that. Please, Carol, just this once. Help me.
It's not just that I won't, I can't.
What do you mean?
I live somewhere else now. I got promoted to work in corporate headquarters. I'd had offers before, but I turned them down because I was married. Now that I'm free, I finally said yes. My new salary's better, plus I get a housing stipend. I used it to move into a condo near the office.
You've gotta be kidding me. Why do you get everything? You're the one who got dumped. I should be the one thriving. Instead, I'm stuck eating dollar ramen in a cluttered hellhole, and you're out there living in a luxury condo? This is all backwards.
And that's the difference between us. I build, you burn. You're still waiting for someone to fix your life for you. And the one person who used to do that, she is gone.
Carol, I was wrong. All of it. I should have stayed with you. I see that now. It's always been you. Please, let's try again. I'll divorce Lena. She means nothing to me now. Just say the word and I'll walk away from her. Let's start over.
That won't be happening. Why would I tie myself to a broke, underemployed man in his 40s who can't cook, can't clean, and has the emotional maturity of a teenager? You don't need a wife, you need a babysitter. Goodbye, Adam. I hope sending me what I can only describe as Romeo texts. You know the kind. Long, rambling messages about how he missed me, how he made a mistake, how we could fix this. Sometimes he begged for another chance, other times it was just a thinly veiled request for money dressed up as concern. I ignored every single one. Eventually I blocked him on everything, changed my contact info, and even made sure he couldn't find my new address. I didn't want so much as a carrier pigeon from him. The line was cut. Permanently. A few months later, a mutual acquaintance told me Adam's marriage to Lena collapsed after just 2 months. She cleared out their joint savings account and ran off with some 20-something gym rat she met online. Adam was left with nothing. He sold the house, liquidated the furniture, and now lives alone in a dingy studio apartment, working a dead-end job just to afford instant noodles. I wish I could say I was surprised. As for me, I am thriving. I got promoted, transferred to headquarters, and moved into a sleek high-rise condo with 3 cats and a fully stocked wine rack. For the first time in years, my life is peaceful. No drama, no chaos, just freedom, sunlight, and the quiet joy of knowing I survived him. Am I interested in getting married again? No thanks. I already did my time.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.